Okay, so here's the turbo tile and grout cleaning tool. You know you have one because it says turbo hybrid. You work your way up. These things have been built the same. The vacuum relief bar is here. That slides up and down. I never open or close, or very rarely I've had to open and close this. Always check to make sure that's secured. And it all affects actually the wand marks and everything. But I want to start down here below. Actually, I want to start and show you how to clean tile and grout. And that is, when you clean tile and grout with this tool, you want to go forwards about 10 feet in sections. Forward and then backward and follow the next grout line down. When I say follow the next grout line, okay, say this crack in my concrete here is a grout line. You want to keep that edge on that grout line. It's where it's most effective. Take a nice, slow, even pace. Don't go flying down here, 300 miles an hour. It will leave swirl marks. That will definitely leave swirl marks. Take your time and work your pace here. You should be able to do at least 1,000 square feet with this tool in 1 hour. So watch your pace. If it's filthy, dirty tile and grout, you may have to be a lot slower, especially with filming. But I'm going to take you to the other side of this tool. I'm going to show you why to follow this edge just like this with this turbo, and what else would cause swirl marks underneath. So if you look at this tool carefully, this is called the ceramic swivel on the side here, ceramic swivel. Okay, I'm going to show you the other side of this tool where it's attached onto this plate. This is called the spray bar. These are spray jets. Make sure this bar and the jets, as you can see, mine's a little bit dirty here. Inside here, my jets look a little bit clogged. Here's another one. It looks a little bit clogged. That little powdering that's on the bar affects the speed of the bar. So you really need to keep your eye on cleaning this. Green pad, Scotch-Brite works great. Make sure these slots inside of here are immaculate, okay? Immaculate. Make sure there's no slots in here that are jammed. You may have to periodically turn this over and take these bolts off, these 3 bolts, and this thing pops off real easy, and you'll discover underneath it's all types of hair and junk. If the suction's jammed, you're not getting suction all the way around just right, especially when it comes to the word swirl marks. Make sure this vacuum compensator, this is actually what makes this tool, is cleaned up and it's not jammed, and it's got some free space moving here. You can see how much free space mine has. It's not much. Maybe about, a little over 1/4 of an inch, okay? You want to make sure that's on there right, and you can clean this up. Clean this all with a green pad off, okay? Make sure this Teflon is clean. It should be white, not like sanded down or more, and you have to really watch these things. These things can be replaced, by the way. I think it's $70 for this. This piece here, where these pieces break off here, I think this inner piece right here is like $200 or $300, which you almost want to consider buying a whole new turbo at that point. And then I'll walk you down, and the hoses here. If these split here, and there's a split here from the creases from the tool going up and down, it could also be a problem. Like if air comes through here and it's split, it's going to leave swirl marks. Any type of airflow, that's not working properly will split it. Will cause swirl marks. Wand skipping's another word. If we go up the tool, I'll show you some more things. Let me turn this tool over and show you what I'm talking about when it comes to this thing right here. Make sure this is your what do I call it? Ceramic swivel. Okay. If it doesn't say turbo force and then you have this turbo hybrid tool, you got the wrong type of swivel. I'll be honest with you. You want these German made ones. They're so much better than any other one. This is the one. $200. Okay. Another thing, make sure this thing's on here properly. These are quick connects here. They turn on and off. You see how I just moved that real quick? Turn it, put it back on there, twist it, do whatever you got to do. Make sure that's on right, okay? Make sure the whole contraption is in here loose, okay? I'm talking now a lot about wand skipping, but also general maintenance. You notice on mine, I took off these stupid, what do you call these things? I don't know, I can't remember. Take these things off on this side. When you get underneath like a toe kick in the kitchen, all they do is scrape it, and it's better to have it bare on the end here like that. Here's the 3 nuts to take off this top, squeeze this outwards, push down, the whole thing comes down, and you'll find all types of hair underneath this fitting here, okay? This right here, this swivels up and down. I've rarely ever open or close this. If I get locked down, especially by using the Teflon rim or whatever you want to call this white rim on the end of it, okay, I get locked down. So I have to loosen this up right here in order to get this tool to work properly. And you can see, you know, you don't want to open up fully because then you'll have really no suction heart or very little suction. So you want to keep it open just a little bit like that when you're sliding back and forth. Inside of here is a filter. It's a strainer, just like they do for wand rips and more, and like carpet cleaning tools, they have this as well. That needs to be replaced periodically. And make sure you have a swivel on here, and it says turbo on it too. That's going to help with hose life management and easier to work this tool back and forth. But when it comes to wand skipping, all these things need to be checked during your operation. Make sure they're all working. Make sure this is pulling back and forth properly. Make sure that this tool is spinning properly. And I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to show you again. Make sure this bar is freely skipping. This bar. You can see it's moving. If it's not freely moving, something's wrong. There could be hair underneath here. There could be nylon, something underneath here. Make sure this is all clear where this moves. This thing almost sits on top of that ceramic swivel, and this is part of the swivel. Okay, this thing can be removed. I think it's just like anything. It's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey to remove this. You'll just need to take it off. The whole thing here to get this thing off, okay? But this here, again, I'm getting close to needing to replace this. When these things go on top of here, you know there's a problem. So this is almost ready to be changed. These white rings, Teflon or whatever they're called, need to be changed, okay? Again, keep an eye for cracks over here. All these things will lead to wand skipping. Okay, so inspect your tools just about every job. Remember to go slow pace on your grout joints, keeping the edge of the tool on the grout line as best as possible. Okay, you don't necessarily have to do it that way, but I would recommend it, and you'll make your life a lot easier. But yeah, turbo hybrid is a dog to maintain. Let me go over to one of my tables over here and see if I can find a swivel over here that I had been playing with, taking apart here, and I can't find the swivel. But you can see my car. This is what happens when you're good at what you do. You get rewards, and yeah, I love my car. And you know when you're really good, when someone recognizes you as that. But yeah, you know, this all will come in time. You'll get good at what you do, or maybe you already are. God bless you. Go with what you like.